Talking Normies Podcast.
Hey.
What up? What up? Hey, guys. Oh my god.
What up,
my-
ladies and gentlemen?
I can't hear nothing.
What do you mean?
I could hear
got
something.
nothing.
I got something in my ears.
Make sure they plugged in, baby.
Is he up? I don't think he's up.
Okay, I got it.
You got it.
Yeah, I get it.
All right.
I can hear y'alls. I can hear y'alls.
So,
Hello.
hello everybody, and welcome to the Talking Normies Podcast.
No.
We are missing a Spencer today. He will
And
return with us, but for right now, you got us. Also,
I'm also missing Spidey, but he'll return.
Spidey's on his way. There's a lot of traffic construction in our area, so.
No, he's here. He just drank a invisibility potion, and it's got a duration of about an hour. We're about maybe 15 minutes left. 10 to 15 minutes left.
Woo.
He'll just appear. It'll look like he's walking into the room, but that's just
That's just how it works.
that's just an illusion.
For those who are asking, yes, I made the music that you hear for the starting soon screen.
I didn't hear it.
I made some new music, but we haven't played it on here yet. But don't worry, Spencer will be working on that. There's a lot of people here. I just want to say hi to all you guys. Thank you. I know we're watching an ad right now, so I'm just going to wait for this ad to be done before we get to the old...
Let me see how the chat's doing out here.
Chat's doing great.
Damn, look at the chat bumping out here. They're bumping. Bumping on a Friday morning.
All right, so weekend catch up. What do you guys been up to?
Well, I went to Orlando, but it's more like one of those things where you drop off a kid and then you come back to Indy and you spend most of your time at the airport.
Sounds like you trafficked a kid.
I technically did human trafficking pretty much. I took him from Indianapolis to Orlando, dropped him off at the resort, got back on the airplane.
It was like, here you go to Disney World, kid.
Got back on the airplane and got back here. But hey, I will say one thing: don't ever fucking fly Frontier. They're the worst airlines in the goddamn
No, they're
world.
not. Spirit is. Everyone knows
No,
Spirit
Frontier's the worst, bro. You know how many? I was supposed to leave in Indianapolis around like 5 o'clock. I didn't leave in Indianapolis until 8:30. All right, they had like 3 or 4 delays in that time. They delayed it by like 30 minutes each time, or 30 minutes or 45 minutes. And then
Was it the weather?
no, it was fine. It was just.
But I mean, you don't know why the plane's delayed.
Yeah, because the weather, like where they left late from somewhere else. So it was just like all over the place. And then coming back, I was supposed to get back to Indy at a decent time so I could still have a Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
But I was supposed to leave Orlando around 3:30. Didn't get back. Didn't leave Orlando until 8 o'clock. Was at the airport for nearly 5 hours. I was just.
All right, listen. I understand that this sucks, but it doesn't have to be Frontier's fault.
Whose fault is it then?
What if
Like, literally,
what there's a million different things that can happen to keep an airplane from going.
So I will say this: coming back, partially was Frontier's. For half the problem was Frontier, and then the other half of the problem was Orlando's tarmac or whatever, because they were only letting planes get off the ground at a certain speed limit, like at a certain rate. And we were on the tarmac for about an hour and a half.
Jesus. So like
Jeez.
that sucks, but I'm just saying, there's
That's
like
awful. I mean,
there's always there's a lot of reasons, and I feel like for me,
there's not very many places to point the finger at. It's either the airline or the airport.
Yeah, I mean,
but I mean, no. So like, all right, sure. So you could be like, oh, it's the airplane's fault or the airline's fault, but mostly, what if it's the airport? What if it's one of the dudes who was driving his little airplane truck out on the tarmac got a flat or something? Like, what I mean? There's a million different things that can
who
happen.
also works for the airport.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm saying
There's only two point.
All right, well, fine. I'm just saying there's a million different things in that line. I don't know, man.
I'm gonna blame.
I'm gonna take a late plane over a non-safe plane.
I'm gonna blame Frontier just because every other airline was doing pretty well.
Well, Pat didn't kidnap a kid. He was dropping off his cousin in Orlando.
Yeah, I was dropping off my cousin. He stayed from Detroit.
Nice.
So, what about you? Oh, well, so that was your whole weekend.
That was my whole weekend. I didn't have it. That's what I said.
What about you, Mickey?
I can't. Oh, okay. I beat Miles Morales.
Nice.
That was super fun. And then I finished up my improv classes.
Nice.
I've gone through all 4 levels now, but now you can just kind of keep doing Rec League, which is like basically like practicing for the actual show.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do it again. So I just signed up again. So I'm gonna keep doing that.
Keep doing it.
It's fun. It's been a lot of fun. I think that's it. I think I just like played video games. I meant to shoot another video, but like I don't know. I go through this like heavy anxiety. Like, it's really difficult to shoot a video alone. Like, here it's different because you got people to bounce off of each other, but like being in front of the camera alone and just like talking to yourself and like trying to make jokes land and shit, like it feels really awkward.
Oh no, it does.
You know, so like I couldn't do it. I couldn't get myself into a headspace.
Oh, Spidey, your invisibility potion wore off.
Oh, see, told you guys it would see, he just appeared out of nowhere. But yeah, I don't know. I'm getting ready to shoot another video, but
okay.
I'm having a tough time with it.
I've had for last weekend 2 things. One, I've had the same. I did First Friday. Was last weekend First Friday? That can't be right. No, today is the 14th. Thus by making last weekend the 7th. Thus by making it the First Friday.
Today?
No, last Friday.
Last Friday.
This is the second Friday.
So bike parties next week?
No, bike party's today.
Today.
I could go to bike party now.
Son of a fun.
You can, because we don't have to, you know.
Yeah. All right, so this is what
I am gonna be in downtown for different reasons.
Look at you.
Fuck boy reasons. So last Friday, I went to a bunch of art galleries with my friend, who shall remain nameless, but he is in the midst of, I think he's in the middle of a separation. So he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna be at the art galleries." And I was like, "Bad, I'll get out there and see you." And I got down there and I was like, "Damn, that's not your wife." And he was like, "Yeah, this isn't my wife. We're kind of not living together." And I was like, "Oh, well, fuck. Okay." So then hung out with them, and that was super cool. And that was Friday night, and then I'm pretty sure I packed it in pretty early. And then Saturday, I went to go get a haircut. Excuse me, I'm going to burp.
Gross.
That was awful. I am so, oh my God, I'm going to get fired. I went to go get a haircut. Marquetta usually helps me cut my hair, but she is out of town still, so I needed a haircut. So I went to go do that. Then I came home. Oh, and then I sold a camera. Turns out that the place where I sell my cameras at, they no longer do checks. They used to do checks and cash and shit.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, we only do store credit right now. Only on certain days we do cash." And
what?
That's stupid.
You gotta catch us on the third Tuesday of every other month.
Like I had the last time I sold a camera there, it was like a big event that was happening, and when I sold it, they gave me like $300, like $350 cash, and I was like, hell yeah, bet. So this time I sold a camera for about around the same price, because that camera I found out has a flaw in it. It's not guaranteed to happen to all of them, but there's this YouTuber that I watch, and he got the same camera 3 times, and it broke 3 times. And once it breaks in this way, there's no way to fix it. So I sold that bitch. And I was like, I thought y'all were dancing. So I sold that bitch, and then it turns out that I couldn't get my money all straight back, so I bought a new tiny camera from them for way cheaper.
They got you for another camera?
Yeah, they got me for another camera. And then now I'm just going to keep buying my film from there, and I'll probably get some prints made because I need to use that money. So I did that. Then I went to Korean barbecue with Hannah and George. That shit was fucking fun.
Damn. I see, Hannah. You don't invite us to barbecue with you and your boyfriend.
No, I mean, yeah, damn. I'm sorry, y'all. And then
I miss living in downtown.
And then I think, is that the same Saturday? No, that was Friday. Friday, I thought that Spidey and Bree were out in Fountain Square based off of a text message that I misread, and I ended up hanging out in the Pin Vault all night, which was cool anyway because I like the Pin Vault.
I've never been there yet.
I know
the pinball one, right?
Yeah. I know one of the guys who owns it, and he happened to be there, so we just sat around and drank beer and talk shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then Sunday I worked on my yard all day.
Nice.
Oh, and I went on a walk with my mom.
Oh.
So, yeah, it was a good little weekend, super chill. I finished my patio in the backyard. Don't tell Marquetta, but it's not level. I'm not. It's a fucking mess, but it's done. So there's that.
You did it all by yourself?
Yeah.
Damn, good shit.
The hole's way too deep. It's not level with the yard. Landscaping's impossible.
Look,
I see why you pay motherfuckers a fuck ton of money to do it.
It's a learning experience.
So like when you're saying it's not level, is it like egregiously, like, is it really, really bad?
I don't know.
If you put your like barbecue on there, is it gonna slide off?
No. It's not professional, all right? If I was giving it a grade, I'd give it a C. Whoa. Minus.
But we know you grade pretty hard.
You
right?
okay?
You gotta.
Yeah, you get. Did you take pictures or like? Is there pictures?
You guys
Like, are we looking at it and it's on a slant?
No, it's not on a slant. It's just some areas slightly higher, some are slightly. Do you know how hard it is to my whole backyard's not level. It's
So didn't you have to level your ground first before you did it?
No, so you dig a
supposed
hole,
to. You're supposed
and then like what you do is you level the hole. Well, how do you know when the hole's level, man? I had my leveler out there, and I had a big old like 2x4. And I was like, this shit's pretty fucking level. It's all right.
Isn't that what they got those? You ever seen those like yellow tripod things on the construction site?
Motherfucker, I'm not out here with an abacus. I'm not trying to fucking. I'm not trying to do math. All right, I eyeball this shit.
I feel like we could have helped you out with that.
Yeah.
You know what? In my head, this is my only workout. This is why I haven't been at the gym. It's because
But then,
every day
It's
after
good
work,
workout.
I've just been like
That's
out in
how
the
Goku
backyard,
trains.
So let's say
straight sweating.
Let's say the land needs flattening. Like how do you how do you flatten it?
What you have to do is, all right, so find the high. This is the hard part. Find the highest point in your yard, right? And then you're like, okay, and then you just start throwing dirt in your yard until it's up at the high point, and then you get a big old flat stick and you start like leveling it out.
Basically, yeah, you can get a plier,
So you either do that
Ground
or
or
wherever the highest point is. If there's only like one high point and everything else is pretty low, then you dig out the high point. You dig it until it's beneath everything else, and then you fill that up with dirt and start leveling to there. But like my whole yard is like, it's got some hills, really tiny shit, but there's just like there's no way. It would probably cost, I'm gonna say $5,000 to hire somebody to come and level my yard, and that would be dumb.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that.
No, we could do it. We just grab some shovels and a couple trash bags.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there you go.
Just a couple, just
Bet.
two.
All right, yeah, you know what? Next time, next time we're gonna have a land party. It's gonna actually be a land party.
You want to know what we would do though? We would, because you dug like 4 holes for your thing, or
No, I dug one really big patio hole.
oh yeah, dude, we could, and then you take like a long, like 6 foot, 10 foot level.
Yeah, that's what I got, man. That's what I look. I got pretty close.
I want it, man. It's probably not bad at all. He's great and hard.
We're all right. Well, anyway, Spidey, what did you up to last weekend?
Yeah,
Last weekend, me and Bree had a date night. I believe we went out. What did we all do?
See, it's hard.
How? What? You guys don't just remember what you've been doing?
I don't remember
what?
this morning, bro.
Are you guys not concerned that one day you're gonna wake up and be 60 and be like, what the fuck have I been
got
up
dementia.
I did that the other day when I woke up and I was 33, and I was just
Yeah,
like, huh, I gotta go to a podcast.
Yeah, I went to. Yeah, I have this same feeling recently.
But no, yeah, we went out.
It's like,
We did a little bit of dancing. We went out to the rooftop bar. We had a few drinks.
Nice.
We went out to eat at Maya Luna.
What's that?
It is this Italian spot in Fountain Square. It's like one of my favorites. One of our favorites.
Oh yeah. I've never been there.
Oh my God, you guys are missing out.
How's the meatballs?
Fire. That's actually what I had too. I had the spaghetti meatballs.
You gotta try to get the meatballs.
Yeah, spaghetti meatballs was fire.
I could eat pasta just forever.
Oh my
Like,
God, I
that's-
swear.
Any pasta.
Kill me with it.
I could,
Drown me.
I'm trying to drown.
Oh yeah, thank you, baby. See, this is I'm terrible with things. We also went to Jazz at the Zoo, which is like the main thing that we did.
Oh, was that fucking awesome?
Yeah, it was cool. It was animals and all that jazz. Kind of walked around the zoo for a little bit, listened to some live music, had a few drinks there.
like the animals were playing the instruments.
Yeah, bro, it was crazy. The giraffe.
Oh no!
Dolphins like coming through the water. You're like,
That would be fucking sweet.
That'd be so dope. Dang, they should do that.
Well, boys, now that we're all here and all finally caught up, we can get to what the podcast be about. Oh, did everybody watch the movie?
Yeah.
I did not
Really, it was good.
just watch the movie.
Oh.
I absorbed it.
Wow, okay.
Actually, I didn't. But I'd seen it before. I was watching it, but I was a little bit background watching it. But I watched it. Like I remembered
Are
everything.
you sure? Did you just start watching it and think, oh, this must be Snatch?
I
Because
mean,
it was a mix between Snatch and
Smoke
Yeah.
pieces.
Snatch is literally the next movie that he makes after.
yeah, it's.
that makes sense.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's the other one?
Really?
Boondock Saints.
Yeah.
What it also
Yeah, yeah.
reminded me of.
Wait, really? Because like this was 99. Snatch was like 2000.
Let
I don't
us
know.
see.
I feel like I was
Got it,
I was
man,
in
on my
high
phone.
school.
We'll find out.
I'm gonna guess like 2006 to 2008, somewhere there.
Yeah. All right.
It's illegal. The movie was
Lock, Stock was 1998.
Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Snatch was 2000.
This
2000?
man did Sherlock Holmes.
2000?
Yeah.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
No way, dude.
98
Yeah.
and then 2000.
Sherlock Holmes.
He
Snatch
did.
is that old?
Whoa.
Yeah. We just didn't see it until late because it's technically a foreign film. All right, bet. Here we go. So here's the question. First things first. We'll talk about Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill.
Oh man, I'm so glad this is a topic.
I like Jonah Hill. I don't know why people don't like Jonah Hill.
People like Jonah Hill. I like Jonah Hill, but we're
Yeah.
Jonah Hill had some leaked text And
It was great in War Dogs. That was a good movie.
we're just gonna we're gonna discuss what was
And
said
Wall
by
Street.
him.
Super bad.
The weird thing is the timing of all the texts, because I was thinking that this was like the girl that he was dating,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
no, this is an ex from like a bit ago. Like
Yeah.
a
How
time
long ago?
I don't know how long ago, but he has a child with the person that he just had a kid.
I think
with the new
it's
man.
from like
with
a
the new
year
person?
ago.
Yeah, like he's been with. The
Oh,
new
why are we
person.
talking about this then?
Right, for a while.
Oh, because we're
weird.
talking about it because of the. All right, this is less of a Jonah Hill thing, but
The
much more.
substance of the text.
Yeah.
Well, I've got some feelings about it, but like I also haven't fully dived into the situation, so I might, like I don't want to speak on it knowing all my facts, but like I've seen some of the texts or like heard people talk about it. Like obviously I don't agree with anything that was in the text. Like it was very like controlling, manipulative language, but I know also, like I've been somewhat following Jonah Hill. Like I watched the Stutz documentary. I actually thought it was a great documentary. It's not about him. It's about his therapist.
Nice.
And I thought that it was filled with like good,
Here we go.
it was filled with good practical information. But I've seen him in interviews, and he's been like very open about the fact that like, yeah, I was kind of a shitty person, but I'm working on getting my shit together. So like, I feel like he has had growth, and like again, unless there's like something very very recent that came out about him, but like you said, the timing is weird.
Yeah.
This feels like a spiteful ex more than like.
Oh yeah, and I'm.
But not
coming out
to.
of
That's not to defend Jonah Hill. Like I mean, I agree that the language in the text was like.
It's also like,
not-
yeah, Jonah, chill the fuck out. Like,
Yeah.
boy,
Well,
you know,
let me read what it is real
He's
quick.
been open about that. He's been
Jonah Hill
open.
says, plain and simple, if you need surfing with men, boundaryless, inappropriate friendships with men, to model, to post pictures of yourself in bathing suit, to post sexual pictures, friendships with women who are in unstable places, and from your wild recent past beyond getting a lunch or coffee or something respectful, I am not the right partner for you. If these things bring you to a place of happiness, I support it, and there will be no hard feelings. These are my boundaries for a romantic partnership. My boundaries with you based on the ways these actions have hurt our trust.
So,
Wait, also-
so hold up. I need some context on this
Yes.
text. Was this before? Was that text before they were in a
It
relationship?
was while they were dating.
While they're dating.
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought he was laying that before they're in a
No,
relationship.
no.
I was like, before that that makes sense, but after that,
Okay.
you try and control then.
Yeah.
it's controlling language, but also she is a
Semi-pro surfer.
Yeah, she's a semi-pro surfer.
Oh, she's a surfer.
like you're not gonna go
surfing. What the
you're not gonna go date a surfer and be mad at her for taking bikini pictures. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. I was like, Jonah, what were you doing then? Like,
Jonah.
you don't
So-
just hop in there because she was hot. It doesn't.
So again, if he had like a squeaky clean image and like this was like he presented himself one way, but like the fact that like I know that he's been very open about the fact that like you're right, guys, I was shitty, but I'm like working on it. So like I don't know. I don't.
No, all right. So I'm not using this. I want to take this moment because I'm not trying to condemn Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
Right. I think just like when James Franco was hollering at some 17-year-old, he didn't know she was 17, and like they leaked the text messages, but also like the more of the context wasn't damn he's attracted to the 17-year-old. It was much more like damn this guy's text game is weak as fuck, boy. Like how are you James Franco, and this is your text game? Like what's wrong with you? So much more. I'm not here to shit on Jonah Hill, right? This could be in the past. We don't know everything. What I'm here, the reason why the internet is upset is because Jonah's like, these are my boundaries, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, these are my boundaries for a romantic partnership. But so they're already dating. You can have your own boundaries, and your boundaries are like, oh, I only do this, and that. But when you start trying to force those boundaries onto other people, then you're trying to control motherfuckers and manipulate. And so that's why people were saying, like, this is the issue. And I think also because there's a whole thing on the internet right now where trad wives are very trendy.
What?
Trad wife.
That's a traditional wife where these like girls in their like 20s are like, I haven't had sex with anyone and I'm very good at cooking, and they like dress like they're from the 50s.
That's bullshit.
Women belong in the kitchen.
Yeah. And like, here's the thing: if that's for you, sure,
That's what
fine.
Jonah Hill's looking
but
for.
some of these
That is what
women
Jonah
are
Hill's
like,
looking for.
this is what's wrong with the world is no one is like doing this. If this was done more, things would be better. And also, they really stand for Andrew Tate. Also, as another brief aside. This is why we should all, and I mean all of us, and I mean everyone listening, and everyone watching, and everyone here at the table, watch Handmaid's Tale. because at first you're like, oh, that's kind of wild. That would never happen. And I swear it feels like motherfuckers are borderline advocating for it to happen.
Handmaid's Tale?
Yeah. So,
Like
yeah.
the movie or the...
Well, it's a book.
It's a series.
But it's a series, yeah. If you just read the book.
Series.
Jesus.
Boy, what the fuck? Where's it at? We'll fight it. Did it get into you?
What happened to you?
Get about him, Satan!
It feels like I just coughed a glass.
All right.
Coughed in glass.
Why'd you do that?
I don't know. What are you drinking?
Out of this beer? Oh, I should probably stop drinking the beer.
I mean, nah, man. You know you already started. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I mean,
Oh, it felt like I just coughed up a Dorito piece.
You got what?
How big is your coffee cup?
I was up early this morning. I had a violent headache yesterday that still hasn't gone away. I've taken medicine for it, but like,
headache.
yeah, I mean, it was rough because we did the interview thing, so I didn't eat yet. Like my schedule was all fucked up yesterday, so I fell asleep on the couch,
Nice.
and then I woke up at like 4 a.m. Still,
Why do you do this?
I love a good couch nap.
It's not a couch nap if you wake up at 4 a.m.
Yeah, exactly.
I went to bed on the couch, and yeah, it was comfy. My
Did you
couch is
stay up
comfy.
at 4?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't gone to sleep since then.
Why? What were you doing? Did you?
I just I woke up and watched the movie.
Beating it. Just ripping that dick off.
I woke up and took more Tylenol, and then I watched the movie, and then I cooked myself some breakfast, and then I went to
You
Starbucks
didn't eat
to
first?
get. Yeah, well, I'm just my list is out of
Oh my
order.
God.
You took medicine before eating, Mickey?
What's wrong with you, bro?
I wish Chester could talk.
He do look like he want to tell us
Hey.
things about you.
He does look concerned. He does always look concerned, bro.
Right? He's got
Little guys, Mickey's not in a great place, and I'm worried about him. So very briefly on this one too, that was the Jonah Hill portion. Here's the new brief portion as well. Drake and Gambino have beef,
What?
and this means that there's a possibility of some really good diss tracks coming out.
Gambino is funnier.
Childish Gambino.
Oh, Childish Gambino.
Gambino's funnier. Drake's got more money.
He's beefing
Yeah.
with Drake.
Yeah. So what happened? This has been
please.
ongoing for a long while, apparently.
excited.
Oh my
I did
god!
not know.
I hope Gambino just puts out some. Oh,
But
man.
so I look. So Childish Gambino has for years now been like comparing himself to Drake. In fact, Drake's kind of living in his mind rent free, is what it seems like. But I feel like this is one of those things where other people compared them because they're both former actors, right? They're both black dudes. They both rap, but also like make other kind of music, and they're both a little corny, a little weird sometimes. You know what I mean? So like they keep getting laned up together in the same lane. And Gambino's like, he's like, yeah, people keep saying that, but like I don't think I'm that. And he said in an interview that This Is America started off as like a Drake diss, and then like as he was writing it more and more, he was like, oh no, I think I'll make this like a This Is America song. So then
oh wow, interesting.
Drake finally said something recently where he was doing a show, and then like the words playing across the back of the stage was like overrated song, This Is America, was rated #1 about blah 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 blah, just like talking shit on him in like the Chiron. And so that's it. That's the beef might all the way finally go, but
Nice.
He's gonna pick a beef on This Is America. Like that was like.
Yeah, how you pick a beat?
but I mean like
Right, hold on. Well, now, when we say Drake was an actor, you're talking about Degrassi.
I am talking about
When
Degrassi.
we say Childish Gambino, when we're talking about Donald Glover as an actor, we've got The Martian, we've got Community, like we've got
Martian.
ATL. Yeah, bro,
Solo.
Martian is really great.
Yeah.
Solo, like no, their acting credits don't fucking compare.
They
Drake was
do
not
not.
an actor.
But like
Drake can get the fuck out of here with that.
Wheelchair
Drake got more music.
Drake's got more music.
than Childish.
Yeah.
Well,
He does, but I
does he
think
have more music?
No, I think Drake has put out way more music.
He's probably got more.
Also,
more
Drake
accolades.
has won more beefs. Drake, he had a
but
beef
how-
with Common that Drake prevailed in, and he had a beef with Meek Mills that he prevailed in,
Yeah, he beat-
and then
he
he
beat
got
Meek Mills.
absolutely slumped by Pusha T. Like
Yeah.
slumped so hard that motherfucker for the last diss track he just put out a press statement.
Yeah, he stopped beefing. He just quit. He said, "All right, well,
Wait, who?
let's just talk about it, fellas."
Pusha T. So Drake and Pusha T had beef, and Drake, because Drake, he's still off of that Meek Mills win, and he came out saying some shit, and Pusha T put out a dissertation on this motherfucker. I think I said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. The reason why we know that Drake has an illegitimate child with a porn star is because Pusha T did his homework and brought that shit to light. And Drake literally, after Pusha T dropped the song, The Story of Adidon or Adon or whatever it was, literally Drake was like, they brought my family into this. Yes, I have a son. This is my press statement about it. I am done. Like,
Boy, Pusha T there to end your career.
Damn.
But no one has ever had problems with Gambino.
yeah.
Like,
No, I don't think so.
I don't feel like
He's a stand-up comic,
like,
too.
why
So,
would, no one's got problems with Andre 3K.
yeah.
No one had. Well,
Oh, Andre's got an album coming out too, doesn't he?
ooh, that'd be
For
fun.
real?
I think so. I think
I'm
he's
hyped
been
for
working.
that.
I think he's been working on some stuff. Too.
shit.
I think he's about to drop something.
I just thought it would be funny to mention that, you know, the two sexy, flexy, light-skinned rap boys are about to have a beef with each other, and
I
people
think
are excited for it.
Donald Glover's just gonna write 3 episodes about Drake. Next season,
Yeah.
ATL.
Oh, ATL. But see,
Oh, yeah,
ATL's
I didn't
done.
even
So what if he was
mention
just like,
Atlanta.
we're spinning it back up for three short episodes?
No. He does a music video in like the Atlanta style. Like it's just a show, but it's a music video.
Oh, it'd be perfect. That Paperboy talk shit about Drake the whole time.
Right. It just feels like the two cool kids at school are about to fight each other, and everyone's like, oh, okay, yeah.
Right.
I want to see it.
This will be fun.
All right, so let's talk about this actor strike. So the actors are now on strike as well.
What?
Not only the writers.
So the writers and the actors are all on
No
strike.
TV?
Yeah, pretty much.
love it.
Yeah.
You know why? Because like
Streaming price, man.
So basically their strategy was whoever like they is, I guess the producers and shit. They were refusing to parlay with the head of the union, and they were basically they said we don't anticipate a meeting for like a few months. So they were pretty much gonna just let everybody go broke. That was their strategy. Is
The producers.
there's a word for that where you like kind of hold out.
Oh, attrition.
Attrition, yeah. So that was pretty much their strategy. So I'm glad the actors are stepping in, and unfortunately, it's very easy to spread misinformation about their involvement, being like, oh, what the fuck does Tom Hanks need more money for? But it's like
Solidarity, man.
all they're really doing is like using their platform to bring this bigger issue to light, because it is a massive issue. So it's not like uber rich actors clamoring for more money. It's like the industry fighting all together.
And we've talked about this
Who
before.
are they fighting? The producers?
They're
or
fighting the
studios?
producers,
the
the studios, the
shareholders, the
CEOs.
studios, yeah.
Here's the thing: Bob Iger last year made $27 million.
Damn.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know how Bob Iger lives. I'm not here to be in Bob Iger's pockets. But if the CEOs of all these major studios and like these heads of the fucking labels and shit is out here making money like that, and then they're talking about, oh, why y'all being so greedy at the bottom? I really just feel like, boy, if you took a huge pay cut, that if you drop your 27 million, I was half of 27.
Even 25.
If you drop that bitch down to 13 million a year, congratulations, you're still making a fuck ton. I bet we can use that money to pay a bunch of people in the company to kind of suss out this issue.
That actually make the art, that actually produce the art.
Yeah.
Like writers are the most grossly underpaid and also underappreciated and not talked about. Like, say what you will about actors, they don't have a job unless there's a story written for them to act.
And it's a good story.
You know, so like Tom Hanks, Denzel Washington, like all these like huge actors, they wouldn't have a job if there wasn't stories to act in.
Yeah. And it's not saying that the actors aren't bringing it, but it is to be like,
But
imagine Tom Hanks and Pluto Nash. Great actor, bad writing. You know what I mean? Like, is it?
I don't think Tom Hanks would do good in Pluto Nash, though.
Okay, well,
You'd have really brought it.
you were the wrong two people, I guessed it. But yeah, man, there's a chance that we could be absolutely fucked.
Yeah.
I mean, us right here, us right now, us sitting here talking.
What do you mean? Why
and
would we be fucked?
Well, I mean, we do watch. What if there won't be any more premieres? Luckily, we're watching a bunch of old stuff, so we're good. But
Our Uber driver on the way to the airport in LA, he was the stunt double for Keenan in the Fat Albert movie.
Damn.
So it's like, you know, like there's actors getting big gigs like that, but ultimately, like they're still having to, like they're just not. No one's getting paid. Besides, it's disgusting. It really is.
And I mean, if you think about it in like an egalitarian way, this isn't saying that everyone needs to get paid the same, but the majority of actors are extras, and like you also need extras in the movie. You know what I mean? Like you need all these background pieces. It takes a whole fucking village to do it, and it's just. It's crazy. This is the first time they've all been on strike together since the first time, I think, in like almost 100 years or something like that.
100 years?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's
Crazy.
That was good.
So don't don't writers have the same kind of deals? Like, you know how actors get a deal where like they get royalties? Don't writers?
They don't get that anymore.
They used to. When
They should get royalties.
They don't get it on streaming anymore.
they don't get
not
it.
on
They
streaming.
used to on TV, but when everything went to streaming, they conveniently were like, yeah.
So the actors still get royalties on streaming?
I think
know.
I don't know.
Actors do.
I don't know if
Actors?
actors do,
Yeah, I don't know if actors do.
but we know that the writers don't. So it used to be.
I was thinking that's why they were on strike, because they don't.
Yeah, no, that's one of the main reasons why the writers, that and AI.
That's why Ryan
Yeah.
Reynolds is still pushing.
they're
on
also they're also fighting for AI not to be part of the industry, as what we saw with Marvel
Yeah, Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion, which could be part of the reason it's getting low views, because maybe some
People are
just-
boycotting.
Yeah,
Could be boycotting.
Yeah, it could just be a straight up boycott.
Damn,
you
I
know?
haven't
Because
seen
that's
that,
such a
man.
good show. Sucks that they
It is a good show, and the
is,
writing is
but
good and the acting is good. But they chose to do the CGI intro, which they did have artists work on, but they
AI.
still did. My bad, I said CGI, I mean AI. They did do an AI intro.
So I'm not trying to defend Disney, but I feel like, so like you said, they did use graphic artists on there, but like to have like it was like an effect. Like they use it to more of it as an effect, not to like create the whole thing.
But AI,
It's like, how's it any different
but
than
AI works because it's pulling from the internet. It's not just creating something new. It's pulling from things that already exist. So they're in some way, shape, or form, artists are being stolen from.
Yeah,
Because their artwork is online. All of these filters that you see, all of these little art things that you see, AI is pulling that shit from what already exists. It can't just create something new. So all AI technology is essentially like an amalgamation of stolen ideas.
But like it's like you said, it's pulling a whole bunch of pictures off the internet, but it still needs to do something with it. Like, doesn't it use an algorithm to create an image?
Nah, it uses an algorithm to like mishmash them together. And I know that people do.
That's kind of what
People do.
Yeah.
But a person puts a part of themselves in like you can't do anything the exact same way someone else did it, no matter what. You know what I mean? Like there's always some of you in it. But because there is no you there to be in it, like AI is just pulling from everything. AI can't create anything, but it can it's like a DJ. And if everything's a DJ, then what are the DJs gonna fucking play? You know what I mean?
man, they can put themselves in there. Chappie had heart. Man.
Get the fuck.
Because the DJs are sometimes producers too, so like I feel.
But you know what I mean? It's
but
like
then they're also producing their own
people. Yeah,
beat.
they're making something. They're still choosing. They're still doing this, and it's just that it's concerning because
Things are
the
really
first people
weird.
that are going to get put out of jobs are going to be the ones. The world is a pyramid. The first people that are going to get put out of jobs are going to be the workers, right? And like being an artist means that you're going to be out of work. The second that Amazon can fully automate everything, they're going to fully automate everything.
Truck drivers are out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my God. Once we get the full auto driving cars everywhere, like all of this shit's gonna go out, and it's gonna be these people at the bottom that are gonna lose their jobs first and not have anything to do. Yeah. And we're gonna have to figure out something for that. But here, in the sense of art, we're already close to not making anything new anymore. Yeah. Everything's a rewind, a prequel from the same universe.
See, I think
we're getting there.
I personally think the reason why we don't see a whole bunch of new stuff because it's already said and done. Like, how can you?
Impossible.
What else can you do new? Because like for instance, we have an idea. Someone already had that idea and they already did it.
Everything Everywhere All at Once. That just came out this year, and it's based on there's always a spin that you can take. I mean,
Yeah.
But it's still just multiverse theory.
All music has been written, all chords have been found, all sounds have been made. But you can
There will still be new music.
Yeah, like we can't make any more new sounds or any more new instruments.
But we're still making new colors.
It's all been done. Yeah, allegedly, but I'm just like, that's fucking blue. Like, shut up.
It's just but there's nuances, and that's the thing with art is that like it can be so transformative and on these like small scales. Like, yeah, Everything Everywhere All at Once is another multiverse, but it's centered around this Asian family. It's much more about like the family itself and like how they can persist across the multiverse, which cool. And then it means that maybe we'll make another 100 multiverse movies until someone does something brand ass new with it. The Matrix was just another action movie, but they did something different. Keanu Reeves in fucking, John Wick. It's just another action movie, but they did something different. We have to keep doing the things to make them different. There should always be new shit. There will always be new shit. Artists need to always be making new shit because that is, I think, personally, it's one of those human things that's super cool that we do, and we should keep doing it and keep it different instead of just making it a thing to make money.
John Wick is the Matrix. Fight me.
He just finally learns it all.
It connects, man. It connects.
All right. Well, You guys want something depressing?
Yeah.
No.
Let's cry about it.
Wait.
The last 7 hottest days in the last 100,000 years was this month.
I see when you said that, it doesn't feel like that. Like,
Wait, in like Indiana or on
No,
Earth?
globally.
The planet.
Global average.
like, what do you mean? But see,
Global
but the average
average.
gets skewed, bro.
Global
What? How does that
average.
happen?
No, actually, the global average would be the thing that is the most accurate.
Yeah.
No, because you're pulling up like for the highs from the hottest places, and
And also the coldest from the coldest places.
yeah, it's kind of skewed. You know, it's not even going to be.
Pat, do you understand how averages work?
Yeah, I know average.
Like, what do you mean? How can it be
Because like you know,
skewed?
like it could be the hottest month in California, but it might not be the hottest month in Indiana.
No. That doesn't matter.
That,
It's the entire planet.
I know that, but
but
California makes Indiana's number look bad.
No, it's not about Indiana's
yeah,
number.
we're talking about the entire.
We're not
planet.
talking about.
We're not talking about.
We're talking about like your whole entire cup of coffee.
You're right, not just a
Right?
section
Like
of
not
it.
the
We're not
top of
talking
it,
about
not the bottom of
we're
it,
not
but
talking about
the
the
whole
temperature.
thing.
But for
There's a certain
instance,
Hey.
like down like to the tropical equator line,
I'm
it's
here for
supposed to be hot, so we expect
Okay.
it to be hot.
Right. So
So-
that number's
so
going to
right.
be whatever it is, and
So
then our
no
number's
one's-
going to
no
be
one's
whatever it is.
arguing that.
And
We're
then
saying
all the numbers will be what they are,
We're not-
and then
no-
you subtract the number of those numbers.
I know how to
then
do
you get the-
averages, man.
And
No
that's
one-
it. Like it's the entire
The
planet.
no one's arguing the equator isn't hot. What he's saying is the 7 hottest days in the last 100,000 years
For all of Earth,
For
the
all
entire
of-
planet
for
taken as a
all
whole.
of- for all of our like history, damn near. You know,
It's the
like hey,
hottest week.
sugar is dry and cold, but what happens to it when you put it in your hot coffee?
There you go.
We're not talking about the temperature of the sugar inside your coffee.
You know when you have a fever, it's mostly your brain that feels hot. Your feet can still be cold, but you have a fever. You know
On
what I mean?
average, your temperature's
I-
100.
I know what you mean, but it doesn't sound as bad.
You know why? Because humans have a hard time understanding these big old bad things. Listen here, Sonny, and listen good.
we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
in a ball of fire.
No, don't
Planet
worry.
is hot.
The heat kills you before you catch on fire, so
Yeah.
don't worry.
It's gonna get bad, man.
Slowly
it's
starts
gonna
cooking
get
us
bad.
by 2050.
I think I'm getting pretty close to making the decision that I don't think I want kids.
See, I
don't think I want to bring life into this.
well, I'm thinking maybe more on a micro standpoint, not on a macro standpoint. But for like here in Indiana, I don't feel like that's been the hottest summer we ever
Sure.
had.
And
Because
That's right.
we haven't even had 100 yet.
Hey, but listen.
That's the problem.
I
That's
mean, it's like 90 today.
no, but this is Mickey. You're right. That is the problem. Human. All right, listen. When COVID happened, it happened to all of us, kind of at the same time. And what did we do? We actually figured it the fuck out. Right? It sucked, and there's plenty of people who didn't help, but it was an immediate thing, and we figured it out. Right? This heat situation, it's hard to comprehend. Because, yeah, sure, it's fine here in Indiana. By the time it's 100 degrees on a regular in Indiana, we're all dead already. You understand what I mean? Like, the shit's warming up to the point that when it gets hot like that here, that's too late. It's too fucking late. So you don't feel any urgency to do anything, right?
It's-
None of us do. We all
it's,
drove here. It doesn't matter.
It's
like,
King's Landing when the White Walkers were coming.
yeah, that's it. That's a really good analogy. King's Landing can't see the White Walkers, so they don't give a fuck. They don't know that the world almost ended because they stopped that shit up in Winterfell, and King's Landing kept dicking around doing the same old shit. Like, the world is King's Landing. Like, we are under attack. We are going to die. This is the truth.
It's literal global warming.
We all just need to switch to electric cars.
No, electric cars is not the fucking way. You have to make the cars. You have to. There's factories that make the cars.
Right, but is it better to make regular gas cars or electric cars?
It would be better to make electric cars, but there's an even better way.
Hydrogen.
But it's public transportation, man.
Bro, but nah, see, see, here's the thing.
Or yeah, with like walkable shit.
Walkable shit.
So
yeah.
maybe hear this. Public transportation is only for the cities, big cities like Indianapolis, Chicago, and stuff like that. But for like
for the rural places, what if we also did it there? People are gonna need jobs, aren't they?
No.
We're gonna have self-driving cars already, right?
Yeah, we just have self-driving cars,
But I mean, a bus can a car, one person. A bus can hold like 100 people.
Yeah, but see,
party
we
bus.
as humans, we have already adapted to instantaneous shit and having our own shit. I don't think we're gonna make the change for us.
Why not? That's what culturally.
But
the planet's culture.
You're asking too big of a change.
Yeah,
And
or we're
that's
gonna
why I'm
die.
Nihilistic. That's why I'm nihilistic, because he's right. We're not going to do it.
But
No one's
like
gonna
at
do
some
it.
point in time, I mean,
one's gonna
people
do
are
it,
gonna
man.
start doing crazy shit, bro.
Okay, the first thing that's gonna happen, like realistically, if shit hits the fan, the first thing that's gonna happen is a civil war between the poor and the rich. Eat the rich is going to become a literal thing.
Yeah.
And then,
But they'll have to hire
the rich
poor
will
people.
win.
No, they'll have to hire poor people to protect them. Why would you, if it's a war of the apocalypse, why are you trying to get paid? What are you going to spend the money on? Dust?
yeah,
If anything, once they start buying their own militaries, we all need to be like, hey, what if y'all just turn around and shoot backwards so we can figure it out?
I don't know. I agree with you. That sounds pretty bad, but it's like,
Doesn't sound that bad.
for me,
100,000 years.
I feel like we're still
7 hottest days
100,000 years.
in the
was
last
watching,
100,000 years.
100. That's like I think all of human history.
I was watching Our
So
Planet
what-
on Netflix.
We
They were
are
talking about
a
it's hitting
virus.
like 100 in Antarctica.
Dude,
There's what in
It
that?
hit 100 degrees in Antarctica.
Bullshit.
Agent Smith was right, dude.
The caps are melting faster than ever. Like it's been a problem.
Yeah, we're gonna die, man.
They're having 100.
Damn, it was
it's
100.
Fahrenheit
See,
in Antarctica.
that's bad because like 100 in Antarctica. That's I didn't even know.
That's
you
all
could
I
get
had to say was that it was 100 in Antarctica.
Yeah,
and you
that's way worse.
gonna light a fire under your
Yeah,
ass.
that's way fucking worse.
That's. I feel like the average
But like,
thing is
the thing is, we still can't do anything. The only people that can do something about it, they're not gonna do anything.
Well, see, I
we're
think-
all going to die.
Well,
Unless we fight them and take over, which is not what I'm advocating for.
I mean, it
I'm,
seems
I'm
like kinda
hypothetically, I'm hypothetically speaking. For I'm not. Nobody go do anything fucking insane. We're just. I'm
I think I'm gonna hit
speculating here.
Me personally, I'm gonna hit a tipping point, and I'm going to. I don't know what I'm gonna
See,
do
I
because I don't
think-
want to incriminate myself now.
listen,
But
y'all-
like, I'll just be like, oh,
y'all-
I'm one of those guys who does the thing, or I pay people to
y'all
do the thing.
imagination's too much. No, that's not even going to happen. Look, we got plenty of time. Look, we got.
We don't. Scientists.
Listen. I know us as a human.
We could be dead. in the
Us
next
as a human species, we don't. But me and you, Chris, we got like 50 good years left in us, and that's about it.
Boy, if them 50 good years is spent boiling or being eaten alive by the cannibals that are running the planet because
to get to that bad, it's not gonna be that bad for us. Maybe for our kids, yes.
let me
Yes, they
let me pitch you a little something, Pat. As you know, water is really good at being kind of hot or kind of cold, and I know that you don't eat seafood, but like most of the places on the planet are on the coast, so seafood's kind of a big thing, right? Mm-hmm. So if all the seafood starts to get harder and harder to get, right, and then let's just say maybe crops are harder to grow.
What happened to lab grown meat? We wouldn't have.
Oh no, we're working on it, but maybe we don't get all the way there. We still haven't figured out. And, maybe the cows have a hard time out there in the field, so they start dying. If there's less food, what do you think people are gonna do?
I mean, we already.
We gotta grow. We're gonna go grow food, bro. Listen, we got plenty of sun. We got water. You just said that.
No, I just said fish. They all of the things we grow require on a certain temperature. Kind of.
Yeah, but you need to grow things. You need water and sun, right? We're gonna have hot.
There might be a number, like a statistic for how much of our American meat is actually cloned meat. Because we've been doing cloned meat for a while.
Oh shit! Well, that's
There's another
Let's keep
documentary
that.
on Netflix about the dude who started cloning and how they've been cloning dogs for a long time, and they also are doing like animals. So
no.
same,
Then that
right.
would be good. I would like to keep that science going, and I would like to keep it green if that's possible. But what I'm getting at is that the possibility of there being like a lot of hungry people all at the same time is it's reasonable in the next 50 years for the 50 years that we got. So like, man, people are gonna eat your feet, bro. There's gonna be cannibals, man. Like I don't.
I see you guys make it sound like it's gonna be like Mad Max in like 50 years. I don't think
It's
that's
kind of possible.
Hey, it's very possible.
It's gonna be really hot.
I just don't like. We got
It's
this
gonna be
far.
really
we
hot
got
and
this
people are
far.
burning books.
We
It's
got
gonna
this
get
far. We're
bad,
not gonna
man.
go that back.
You say that, but we're already kind of going back.
And
People,
you know what it is? Like we thought like smartphones and shit would like make us smarter, but like iPad babies are grown adults now. You know what I mean? And I'm not like
he's not old man.
baby sounds so disrespectful.
I'm not painting with a broad stroke here, but what I'm saying, like, there has to be long-term effects of this shit. Like, it's affected me. I can't get off my fucking phone. I know it's an addiction. So like, for a generation that grew up with it from the point when they were babies, like, that's got to have. I just feel like overall. And there is research behind this. You can Google this. Like, as a species, we are getting dumber. Like, we're devolving.
Because we don't need to think anymore. Everything is done with this, especially with AI coming up.
We
Kids
are devolving, and that's why people are still. That's why fucking QAnon exists, and half the fucking countries like involved in that is because people did like it.
They got the brain virus from the phone. Spidey, quick, what's 25 divided by 2?
Oh God, 12.5.
There you go. See, if he didn't have a calculator on his phone, he'd been way faster at that.
That's true. I used to be really good at math.
I used to remember like 20 to 30 phone numbers. Like I just had them in my head.
Just in my head. I still remember my grandma's. I still remember my.
I remember. I still have 3 numbers.
Oh, I remember my best friend's numbers. Actually, I just learned Marquette's. I'm good at remembering numbers, but I'm not good at math. Pat, the internet wants me to tell you that empires have risen and fallen. The Egyptians used to be a thing. The Romans used to be a thing.
That's true.
And none of them ever thought it was going to end. But it has.
But they're in old times,
Yeah, but they weren't in old times
they're like
at
the peak
time.
of technology at the time.
What do you mean?
Every civilization is at the peak of its own technology at the time. They couldn't imagine.
Those motherfuckers didn't have phones and shit like we did.
Boy, listen. I understand that the Romans didn't have phones, but what they did have was the peak of technology at their time. Can you imagine what the peak of technology is going to be like for the next generation?
For our peak of technology is going to be us in space, bro. I don't think that nobody could.
You can't even conceive of what the new shit's going to be, right?
You don't chrome up.
You don't fucking know. We can guess.
I think it's going to get really dark from here with like the starting of AI and stuff.
Yeah.
We're
cyberpunk.
Space has been pretty much like privatized.
You guys be watching
now.
too many TV shows. You guys are going to think that's live real life. I don't think it's going to be like
Space has already been privatized. Like NASA is like NASA and dinosaurs used to be the 90s, man. It was all about space in the 90s. What happened to that? Like NASA got defunded majorly at one point. Then space got privatized. So if we do end up in space, it's going to be under corporations.
It's going to be the Expanse. Yeah,
it's going to be under corporations. And I forgot what I was going to
I don't think we're watching too much. I mean, we're not trying to pitch the doom and gloom. We're just saying that, fuck, man, we got to do something.
We got to do something.
That's an alarming fact.
Listen.
The planet is hot.
I'm not saying not to do something. I do think we need to get more greener, and then we need to do that. But we also have to have hope and faith, because I don't think we're gonna die like you say we're gonna die.
Hope and faith. We're gonna go throw ice in the ocean? Like no, that doesn't make sense. We need to do bigger things.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you. I'm an optimist,
for real.
but I do think that as an optimist, sometimes you gotta shake people and yell at them.
Yeah, but see, you got shaking people and yell at the right people. You don't shake and yell at the old people. Old people ain't gonna do shit. You got shake and yell at the young people.
If only we brought this up on a platform of some
I think the young
sort.
people are doing way more.
That's what I'm saying. We got to do more.
No, there's nothing. That 300 million people in this country, none of them can do anything about this. They said recycling would do something.
Recycling was a scam.
It does nothing. So that's what I'm saying. Like the powers that be that can actually reverse this shit, they're not gonna do it.
As soon as they start,
we're gonna make them do it.
They will kill this planet before they do it.
The French did this really cool thing where they
it's already
invented
dead.
this giant razor that cuts people's heads off when they fucked up. It was called a guillotine.
Yeah.
And so the French was like, hey, government, we're hungry. We're going to cut your head off.
Honestly,
and then we're going to do a democracy to you.
Honestly, young people are getting pissed off in this country. Like, I've talked about this a few times. The Cultural Revolution in China during Mao's time. He radicalized the youth in the nation to where they were literally running the streets. And it was under propaganda. It was for the wrong reasons. But he accomplished... Young people literally took over the country. Like, they were dragging teachers and scientists and public figures out of their homes and like fucking... I'm talking 14, 15-year-olds were like fucking people up. Like young people were... Huh? But exactly, but like I'm saying there is a historical precedence of 15-year-olds being like, all right, we're killing everyone. Like,
y'all saying that the planet's on fire. Well, I guess the only way to stop it is So I want to do something before that. We have all the technology I think we need to fix this problem.
I do think so. We gotta use it. That's what I'm saying. Well, what's stopping us from using it?
Money.
There we go. So we got to do what we got to do.
Become socialists.
Rob the rich.
Not to rob the rich. No. Maybe not the socialist thing.
Absolutely.
Maybe have the governments forces companies to do the right thing.
That's similar socialism.
Now, how can the government do that? now, how can the government do that when the people in government are prior board of directors for the companies that?
That's why there needs to be a new law that you the only people that could be in the government that have no business.
This is stuff we've been asking for since like I don't know, Reagan, I think.
I heard this on I heard this on DeFranco yesterday. A bunch of there are lobbyists that are lobbying for both sides. There's lobbyists that work for gas companies and lobbyists that work for green companies, and they're just like swimming in cash.
That makes sense.
So lobbying
That's
needs to be illegal.
Lobbying needs to be illegal, but the person who's doing it, you can't really be mad at them to figure out the game.
Especially if it's allowed. Like,
Yeah,
what
if
is
it's allowed.
Yeah, no,
we need to
that's
look
what.
more into lobbying, apparently.
Right? Yeah, that's what. But that's the thing, though, is that like I feel like lobbying. It's just government corruption, but with a name, right? Like,
Yep.
I will pay you and take you out for fine steaks and wine if you vote for the thing I need, and then I'll take you and pay you more. Anyway,
Is that easy?
I think so. Well, I think you need a lot of money to do it. All right, let's talk about this fucking movie so we can get off of this shit. Lord have mercy. Lock, stock, and two smoking motherfucking barrels.
Speaking of global warming,
Right. It was super fun, though.
Everyone
Guy
watched the movie. What did you think?
It felt like I said. It felt like Snatch and Boondock Saints kind of mixed together.
Yeah, I agree with Snatch. I think this was my first Guy Ritchie movie. He was the first one to introduce it to me.
wait, if you agree with Snatch, have you seen Snatch?
Yes, I see Snatch.
That's a Guy Ritchie movie.
That's what I'm saying. This one was the first one I've seen because you introduced it
Oh,
to me.
Snatch was the first one you seen.
No. So this was the first movie I've seen that was a Guy Ritchie film.
No,
Okay.
Snatch is a Guy Ritchie movie.
Yeah.
You've seen Snatch.
Yes.
You have seen the movie Snatch.
Yes, but this is the first one I've seen before Snatch.
Oh, you
After
saw this
Snatch.
movie before?
Yeah, I saw this movie before Snatch.
So you've seen this movie before?
Yes.
You've seen this movie twice.
Okay,
now.
sorry.
Okay,
There we
That's
go.
what I said. Jesus, I didn't know it was that hard.
We didn't either.
This is not what you were saying.
All right, so yeah.
Anyways, because you introduced me in the past, I watched this movie before, and I watched it again. It is totally a different movie.
Yeah.
Because like the first time I watched it, it was very surface level, and I didn't see the foreshadowing and some of the Burning Man coming out of the bar, and then that story making sense later.
Yeah.
But
That's usually
and then on top of the reasons why I like Guy Ritchie films is like he always has different plots, and then they're all going to converge at the end, but they're going to converge so chaotically.
Yes.
And then it builds that
Tension?
Tension. Yeah, it's fucking phenomenal. I love it.
That's usually how Guy Ritchie movies go. They're always better on a second watch. That's my experience with Rock and Rolla. Like the first time I watched it, I was like, I don't know if I like that. And then the second time I watched it, I was like,
Oh, this shit's great.
I'm a real rock and roller.
Yeah, I had also seen this movie a long time ago. I didn't quite remember it. I mean, I remembered it's focused around the two guns. But yeah, this one, it was great. It was just kind of, it was just hilarious. It's just funny, dry British humor.
It's funny off the back, and I feel like Jason Statham does a fuck like.
Bro, he's killing it.
Bro,
And
he's
just
not
selling
even the
that
main
shit,
character,
like-
but it's like you probably should have been. That's probably why they made Snatch. They're like,
Yeah.
yo, this guy. You know, he was a fucking professional diver before that,
Right. I
That
can
track.
believe
and a
Diver
dancer.
and
Yeah.
a dancer?
And I thought he transported things.
Yeah, he was a transporter.
Well, see, this is what broke him out into that.
I thought he was a delivery man.
So yeah, Spidey, what you were talking about? What you thought about it?
Oh, what was I just thinking about? Something just random in the movie. When for some reason, why did the black dude with the afro? Why am I forgetting his name?
Rory.
Why did Rory not have a glass on his table?
Oh, so the first time Nick the Greek
Yeah.
came by, he
broke
put his
what I
drink
thought. I
down
was about
too
to
hard
say.
and it broke, and then he saw him like the next day.
And then they hadn't replaced the glass yet.
This is what old Jason Statham used to do before he was in movies.
Oh
What?
my
no.
God.
What? No fucking
Bro,
way.
no, this has to be AI generated. Bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
You wish it was.
Fuck.
That's the
You
same
fucking wish it
energy.
was.
That's the same energy as like the meme of that other guy dancing. You know what I'm talking about?
The,
He's got like the pink do rag on. You know what I'm talking about? Come on, man. You guys know. Someone's got to know what I'm talking about.
All right. But also before that, he competed in diving competitions back when he had hair.
He had hair?
That's weird.
It was the diving that probably got rid of his hair, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Turn it
Yeah,
off.
he's not aerodynamic there.
Look,
His hair off.
He's not. Wait, I'm sorry. Would it be hydrodynamic?
it would be. The boy was singing like,
Yeah, he's not,
and then he was like, "I'm gonna learn martial arts and be in British movies."
Be a bit British, isn't it?
But yeah, that's all. Just Jason Statham shit.
I do Guy Ritchie. Okay, this one, the very last shot. Obviously, they were like, did he do it or did he not do it? Did he drop it or did he not drop it?
Yeah.
Like, Guy Ritchie movies usually wrap up though, right? Like, there's never like.
Yeah, I feel like they do, but they all kind of end with that, like the universe goes, he will appear and the real rock and roller.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they always have this, like the world's gonna continue going on. I can't think of how Snatch ends, but I think it's they're chasing the dog with the diamond, right? The dog eats the diamond. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, that fucking dog. And then they're like running around, and we don't know if they catch the dog or not. But yeah, no, it's
His writing style is very unique. I love how everything just kind of all the loose ends just get cleaned up in some way, shape, or form.
I love the chaos kind of like that.
Yeah.
And even the most minor of characters, like he could introduce a character like halfway through the movie, and you think it's like some minor character, but they end up being like a pretty big part of the overall whatever.
The narrator who works in the bar is Bricktop from Snatch. He's like the old cockney narrator guy. But I think it's like, I love how it starts off with them selling shit. Even like the narration, because like a lot of movies do, there's a right way and a wrong way to do narration, right? Because narration in a movie is usually pretty fucking boring, because it's like don't tell me, just show me, right? But when it's like, oh, this is Tom likes to roll up shit.
British people can get away with narration.
You get the full stop, and it's like, this is Barry the Baptist, known for drowning men, and it's like, but it's also showing you him drowning this dude and yelling whatever the fuck incoherent British shit he's yelling at that guy. Yeah, fuck, I paid him money. It's like, what's happening, man? But it does good, man. All right, well, let's talk about
the first half of the movie. Really made me want to watch Rounders again, which I think we should add to the list at some point.
Is that
it's a
poker movie?
It's a poker movie. You got Edward Norton, you got Matt Damon,
Holy shit,
and you got John Malkovich.
Ooh.
It's a really good movie.
It made me think of Next Day Air.
Yeah,
Not the first half, but like the ending, basically.
All right, so let's talk about the characters. And you got the four boys: Bacon, Soap, Tom, and Eddie.
Soap didn't want to get his hands dirty.
The first time I watched this, because I didn't watch it with subtitles the very first time in like junior high school, I was like, are they saying soup because he's a chef? Are they saying soup? I can't fucking tell.
I thought that was fucking Fred Armisen for a second. I was like, holy,
He did look like British Fred Armisen.
I was like, what is that young Fred? What is he doing? No, it wasn't him.
He was also in Layer Cake.
And then fucking,
Because if you're in one British movie, you're in them all.
and then fucking and also Vinnie Jones.
Yeah.
He's also
Big Chris.
He's been the same guy in every movie, but somehow it always seems like a different character. You know, like Vinnie Jones is just Vinnie Jones.
Yeah. Just random. Can we get random Cockney number 3? It's Vinnie Jones. No matter what. I'm the juggernaut, bitch. I thought like setting up the four of them and like introducing them by all the little hustles that they have. Well, hustles. The chef is a chef. Soap is a chef. But like everyone else is like, oh yeah, they have to raise this $250,000. Like, would you let your homies hold $250 to go play cards?
If he was that good, maybe, yeah.
Doesn't matter how good he was.
I mean, because the guy was cheating, he would have won.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you knew they were playing unlicensed poker game with some gangsters, I feel like betting your money is fucked.
All of it. Betting all of your money.
I feel like if you're betting those types of games, I figure like cheating is such a bad thing, an omen.
They're gangsters.
Yeah,
they kill people.
That's frowned upon in that.
I'm sorry. Let me say this one more. They kill people. So I
I've seen
understand.
enough movies where that is very frowned upon.
If I know a nigga to kill people and I'm about to do some betting with him, I'm just not betting with him. Like, I don't trust you to honor your fucking. You're a murderer.
And he had a clever little cheating system though.
Yeah, he did.
Just on the thigh. Just.
So could they not find guns because it was London?
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
Why don't we have that here?
Boy,
man,
that's
right.
We'll have a civil war over getting rid of guns.
It would stop a lot of things.
It would.
But yeah, it is funny because I didn't get that either. The first time I watched it, I was like, why they just get guns? You guys are criminals. But like,
yeah.
What about the weed folks whose names I can't remember?
I can't even remember. That sucks how they got
the-
done.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's funny how this movie people portray those weed people because like every movie portrays them to be like the hippy dippy.
I mean,
And then when they introduced them, it was like Jamaican music. I'm like, man, you
Right.
guys, it's always that.
it's 98.
98, yeah.
I thought the apartment sequence where they're breaking in for the first time, like the whole gate sequence.
Yeah. Hilarious.
I thought that was the funniest part of the movie.
He's just
Like,
popping them with his
so-
airsoft gun. I was like, what the fuck, man?
Like, I've been shot. Please stop getting shot.
It is, yeah. The British humor super comes through in it. It feels super
I love British.
casual. It's like a casual crime movie.
The chick that was blending into the couch.
Yes.
Who gets up, just pop. It's me, Bryn. Starts popping off the Bryn.
What is it? I thought he said, is it Bryn gun? I thought he said it's my Bryn
It's my
gun.
Bryn gun.
The thing was,
fuck
he
did
put
you
on the
find
headphones
that?
and he was like, what the fuck is that, bro?
And the chick coming out of the couch, like.
I've watched this scene like 100 times because you do not know she's on that couch until you know she's on that couch.
Swear.
The misdirect was the third guy, but it really wasn't. Like it was great. That's what he's really good at. Like he'll show you the elements, but then somehow it still ends up being misdirection.
Yeah. I also like that all the criminals are like kind of bad criminals.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all the underlevels. If you're at the top, yeah, sure, you're at the top and you're good at your shit, but everyone else is just like bumbling, doing silly shit.
Everybody just kind of got done by greed. Like they just all made bad choices. Like yeah.
Fucking Hatchet Harry. I don't know. I want to have a cool British Cockney
Really
nickname.
chucked the hatchet. Someone chucked. No, it wasn't Hatchet Harry who actually chucked the hatchet.
That was the other guy.
It was the drowning dude. The dude.
Yeah, Barry
Yeah.
Barry the Baptist
He reminds me of Hank from
from
Breaking Bad.
Yeah. That and then like
to
the two
watch that.
stupid criminals who have to go and get the guns, but they did exactly what they were supposed to
Shot
do.
my man's hair.
Right?
Bro, fucked me up. I was like, damn, his curl was nice. He was a player.
It was like 250 pounds or something like that.
Yeah. At the end of the movie, when Vinny's like, he tells him he took all the money, and he's like, if you want to come talk about it, come with a white flag. I might have tried it. Okay.
Yeah.
I might have tried it just to be like, look, man, no issues. You can keep most of the money. Let me just get like 10,000.
Right. No, but the guns, each of the guns was worth $2,500, so
right,
he
right,
got $500,000.
Yeah, he did give them that brochure because he knew they had the gun. So yeah,
They didn't throw them bitches into the lake.
fair trade.
But we don't
like,
know if they threw him in the lake or not.
I bet they did because there's no reason for him to let go to pick up the phone before dropping the guns because that's his main goal.
Yeah, I would have dropped the guns and put them
yeah.
like, what? I fucking did it.
I
He's
wouldn't
gotta
have even
talk.
gone over the rail. He could have just squeezed his.
That's
hand
why
over
I feel like he's
Yeah.
trying to pick it up and take it because he didn't want to do it.
So,
Yeah,
see,
maybe
there you go.
like when he-
Inception ending, like,
Maybe
we
it was
don't know.
fate. Like he tried to throw it, it didn't work. He's like, I gotta keep him down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Fucking
why
go
else
home.
would you go over the rail?
It's
Yeah.
I think it's fucking silly as shit, man. I absolutely love this movie. I love how it's shot.
Hilarious.
It's an indie film, but done super, super, super well.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's not technically an indie film. Let me see.
I
how
thought
much
Guy
it-
Ritchie was like a
it's
big
Guy Ritchie.
A-lister.
This is the first movie he made,
This
though.
is his first one.
The budget was
damn.
$800,000,
That's it.
and they cleared $28 million off of it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how you know the CEO was feeling great about that
Dude.
studio.
That's paranormal activity levels of
Yeah, bro.
all.
That's why they put that motherfucker on after that. They said, "All right,
They're
boy,
like, okay,
what you got next?"
Okay,
That's why Bob Iger's making
You ever
27
work
mil.
with Brad Pitt?
Right,
We
you
can
ever
get
work with
Right?
Brad Pitt?
Can Brad Pitt be in my next movie and we don't understand a fucking word he says?
So wait, okay, so Layer Cake is not Guy Ritchie?
No,
Okay, so damn. So see, that's what he spawned this.
it's a genre.
Like a genre, yeah.
Not even the genre, but the style, because like Smoking Aces and Layer Cake are very Guy Ritchie.
Yeah.
And
Smoking This is not Guy Ritchie?
It's not.
Oh.
Smoking Aces is not Guy Ritchie, but it has that. It has
Yeah.
like he coined this style of movie.
Yeah.
Cool.
Which is tight, man. That's what I'm saying. Is I knew this would be a good one to watch. It's iconic. It's in the realms, and I think it's gonna pair really well with the next movie.
I don't know
what is our
why.
next
He's like the Tarantino for like this.
That's exactly what I told someone last night. I was like, he's British Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, it feels like,
like
that
that.
because he hasn't made a whole lot of movies, but every single one is a banger, and it has like a style. It does have a formula, but each film still manages to be unique.
So, unpopular opinion, then if he's like Tarantino, I feel
Yeah.
like he's better than Tarantino.
don't know if you
If you
compare
compare them, I'm going to say he's better than Tarantino. Yeah.
Well, here's all right. Hold on.
I feel like his movies are better than Tarantino movies.
You see, here's the
No,
problem
'cause
though,
you
is you
don't-
haven't
you
seen
don't-
all of Guy Ritchie's movies.
Yeah,
I've seen enough Guy Ritchie movies, and
And
I think I've seen like a couple of Tarantino movies, and I feel like he's better than Tarantino.
but you also don't interpret movies well. So.
Shut the fuck up.
Whoa! I'll be coming at Pat like
Well,
that.
I'm trying to see like if we were to put up a bracket. I mean, like we've got the Kill Bills.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch that.
I don't
but-
know a lot of like
We got-
Tarantino
we
movies.
got
Did he do Signs?
Jackie Brown.
Oh
we
my
got
God.
Signs.
Jackie Brown, Pulp Fiction,
That-
Kill
M. Night
Bill
Shyamalan.
1, Kill
Oh,
Bill
yeah.
2.
Pulp Fiction, I didn't see that either.
All right, listen, hold on, because this is what you need to hear. One, he did do The Man from U.N.C.L.E., and I actually really like that movie, and I feel like a lot of people haven't seen it. But
Yeah, it's
what he
not bad.
also did was Aladdin.
That was good.
Aladdin.
Wait, which Aladdin?
You know which Aladdin.
Like original Aladdin or Will
No.
Smith Aladdin? No,
Will
like,
Smith
damn,
Aladdin.
Okay.
That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
Wait,
dig it.
wait.
was
How did
alright
we
with
get
it.
from Tarantino to Aladdin? I zoned out for a second.
Oh, Guy Ritchie directed Aladdin.
Shut
Yeah.
the fuck up.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
That makes me kind of want to watch it.
Have you not seen it?
It doesn't feel like a fucking Guy Ritchie movie.
That's what
No,
I'm
it does
saying.
not at all.
That's what I'm saying. Like what?
When
How?
Guy
Why?
Ritchie was married to Madonna,
Bro,
he did a movie with them.
Missed opportunity.
Swept
That
away.
should have absolutely been a Guy Ritchie style movie. If they did.
They
Aladdin
just,
got Richie stuff.
Aladdin.
No.
just lean in.
Yeah, it's like this is Jafar. He's been known for.
Known for sorcery and all sorts of other dark, evil shit. He did Swept Away in 2002, right after Snatch, while he was married to Madonna, and swept away his ass, butt, boo boo.
Damn.
Oh, he did it for Madonna. That don't count.
It does count.
No, he did.
I haven't seen The Gentleman. What is The Gentleman?
That looks good.
Oh, I watched that. It's a very long
okay.
movie. I saw it over like a couple of sittings, but it's super long. But it is good. It's good. It's honestly, it's very.
I would put them up against each other. I was
it's
talking
kind
shit
of-
a second ago. I think, yeah. The only thing is, I think Guy Ritchie's done more commercial movies.
I mean, he's trying to get paid. Fuck it.
We'll make a list of both. We'll make a bracket and we'll
Gentlemen-
see who made the most money.
Yeah.
The gentleman has. It's similar to like Lock, Stock.
Lock,
kind of.
Stock.
I mean, they're all kind of the same.
Well,
It's the same formula. You just kind of switch up the characters and the MacGuffin.
yeah, but
know?
you got to keep Jason Statham.
Instead of two shotguns, we got a diamond.
And a dog.
That's true.
You just change up the.
Well, guys, this is important. The movie list is not out because I make it tentatively. This one we switched up last week, so we're close to finishing up our crime spree.
Dun, dun, dun.
Inside Man.
Our next movie, it's not a crime movie.
It is a crime movie.
It is.
Okay,
What are you
you think
talking
it's?
about?
We all think. Come on, you know what the movie ends up being. It's
Inside Man.
yeah,
It's a crime movie.
That's like saying La Casa de Papel wasn't a crime series.
yeah.
It was a crime series.
crime
It was.
series.
I believe.
Nah, man. But like that's not what it's about. All right. Regardless. All right. Here we go.
Inside Man is so good.
Next week's movie is.
If it's doo doo, I'm gonna be mad.
Oh, it's Spring Breakers.
Oh hell yeah!
God.
Let me
Goddamn
give you some. Let me give you some stats
Why are
on
we
this
watching-
movie.
I'm stoked.
Fucking Spring Breakers.
Because the first time I watched it, I did not like it.
You've seen it? Because the first time I watched it, I was confused.
I've never seen it.
Exactly. That's all it left me with. It was but I had no idea it was an A24 film. So now I'm gonna kind of go in with that lens.
All right, we're gonna talk about the people that are in this movie.
It's so wild.
James Franco.
Yes.
Selena Gomez.
Yes.
Vanessa Hudgens.
Yes.
Gucci Mane.
Gucci Mane. So see, because of the cast, when it came out, I was like, oh, they're just trying to break into acting. This movie was just written for them to get an acting role. But I was like, now that I know A24, there's got to be more to it.
Oh well, hold on. We haven't talked about.
James Franco killed it.
We haven't talked about who did the music for this movie. Skrillex.
What?
I believe that. Yeah. I
The
believe
budget $5 million. The box office $31 million.
Nice.
Bro,
okay.
dude, A24 is so good at taking a small budget and just doing
And flipping it.
and just doing so much with it. Like the amount they like, bro, like everything everywhere all at once is still it blows
Yeah, oh,
me
yeah.
away.
Yeah.
The whole like boulder
Seen it
sequence.
multiple times.
They were just like, let's just have two rocks. No, we don't need audio today. It's like,
Right, yeah.
Some words, just beautiful.
And people are gonna cry.
yeah. It's like,
So
real
Damn, Disney should buy A24 then if they know how to flip.
no, they will
no,
fucking
they'll ruin it.
They'll fire everybody and like just take the name and be like, see, we're A24.
just like with Pixar.
D24.
So yeah, all right, guys. You're gonna have to watch this movie, and I'm gonna strong suggestion. Watch it the night before. Take small notes. Be on drugs. Pick a drug. Be on it. Any drug.
I mean, he said Skrillex did the music.
Allegedly.
Right? Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Just
It's called Spring Breakers.
it's
It's
gonna be
giving
drinking
me
probably.
Oh, that's not a drug.
What? Hold on. It's giving you what?
Pat,
Project X.
do you know who James Franco plays in the movie or is based off of? Riff Raff,
The rapper Riff Raff.
like Peach Panther. Riff Raff.
Bro, you don't know Riff Raff?
Come on, man. You know
Come
Riff
on,
Raff.
man.
Yeah.
You know Riff Raff.
Do I know Riff Raff?
Yeah, you
name
would-
a song.
He's got a point.
I don't
He's
listen.
got a motherfucking
I
point.
don't listen to him.
He's got an actual.
I don't.
Wasn't he on? Didn't he come from like I Love New York? And wasn't he on I Love New York?
What did he get famous for? Actually,
Like I remember, like he came out of nowhere rapping, and everyone was like, "This motherfucker is garbage." But we never. I think it was like he got onto another show or something like that.
this fucking guy.
I don't know.
What? You've never seen this guy?
Bro,
you've
there's
never
no way you've
seen
never seen
or
him
heard.
rap.
You've
Yeah,
never.
motherfucker said name a song.
You've never seen this guy.
Crickets.
But he's actually kind of cool though. His hot ones.
He
was
reminds me of one of the guys from Malibu Most Wanted.
Pretty much.
His hot ones was hilarious. He's like,
Mexican Sublime said he did a song with Gambino called Neon Icon.
Holy shit.
and he's got a new one about a Ferrari that's like, I don't know. It's a bop.
Absolutely murdered. All right, well listen, we're watching Spring Breakers. This isn't all right. Here's the thing. You know how for the movie club we've been doing movies that have like these layers to it. I actually think this movie can be read two ways, and it's absolutely right. It is surface level shit that happens, and that's it, or it's like the layers. And I know all movies can be read that way, but each time I see this movie, I'm like, maybe it's dumb trash. And then I see it again, and I'm like, maybe it's high art. It's like if Banksy
I'm so
did a
curious.
art project where he filled up a condom and nailed it to a wall, I'd be like, that's trash. Or maybe the commentary of the art world. Like, that's just a jizz condom, man. Or maybe. Like, it's just,
Maybe it's
I go
the
back and
bubble
forth
wrapped
every
around
time.
us all.
Have you seen Exit Through the Gift Shop?
Yeah, of course.
Bro.
Of
The
course.
fuck is that?
It's a documentary made by Banksy. And,
Or maybe.
I don't know if it was made by Banksy, but anyways, like this, like, I don't even know how to explain it. This like no name artist just has like so much footage of this one artist that like thinks of himself as like a high art artist, but he really isn't. But like
He just has OCD and videotapes every single part of his entire life.
yeah, so Banksy like makes him like an art exhibit that looks really legit, and it would be art that's like not really considered art, but like because the exhibit looked legit, there's like people coming in there and they're like, wow, this is incredible. And then like he's got people that like, so it's a commentary on art. Like is art only good when there's a name attached
But
to
also, here's the other
You know?
thing. We don't know what Banksy looks like, so maybe it's not Banksy. Also, before we go to the art museum, we could watch Exit Through the Gift Shop and then go to the art museum.
it? Hey man, I think that would be honestly, I think that would be it could be good.
So, quick question.
Yeah.
It could be good.
Banksy is the same guy who sold that one art for boo boo crazy money recently, right?
And then it shredded itself?
Yeah.
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 That's the same guy?
Yep,
Yeah.
That's Banksy. Banksy isn't about the
I thought Banksy was an old ass motherfucker.
Well,
We don't
no one knows what he looks like.
No one
That's
knows
like
who Banksy looks like.
even the guy
That's
that
his-
you
that's
might
his
think
whole
is
thing.
Banksy could be fake. Banksy could be a
Yeah.
industry plant.
You
Banksy could be Mickey Mouse himself.
Yeah.
That's
There-
tight. How do I do
there was
that?
A, there was a,
How do I become that? How do
There
Yeah, how do
was
I
a-
become Banksy? That's dope.
Bro, there was a TikTok of this girl that like there was just this guy at like one of the subway platforms just like giving away art or not giving away. I think he was like selling it for like $50.
Yeah.
And she like walked by him and she saw the art and she was like, "Oh my god, I think that's fucking Banksy." But she didn't like do anything. She just walked by. Then she came back and the guy was still there. And she like bought one and she like I can't remember if it was confirmed or not, but she was like, I think I just fucking met Banksy, but like he had a mask on and shit. So like, but, like she bought a Banksy for like $50 and she doesn't know if it's real or not. but
Damn.
but like she's a big fan of Banksy and she's like, from everything I can see and tell, I think this is a real fucking Banksy.
See,
So-
you want to know how to do that? You got to start now, but you got to have an alter ego, and you can't tell anybody about it.
But I agree with Mickey. Art is just a brand.
Yeah, I mean,
It is, because, like-
it can be, yeah.
Because like you just said, that guy's using taking pictures of daily thing that's art. Like I wouldn't think.
No. He has a lot of video footage.
Don't even.
Yeah,
we're gonna watch.
honestly, yeah.
It's on the list.
The less you know. Yeah, it's a great documentary, a great commentary
So-
on art, especially street art.
Last thing is well, because we're talking about masks. MF Doom, rapper, recently passed, used to wear a mask. Before, back in the day, he would do things where he would send Doom clones to shows because he has on a metal face mask. So like people like, that ain't the real Doom. He'd be like, no, yeah, I'm the real Doom. But like, no, you ain't. And he did that a bunch for a while because he's a super villain. So like being a villain means doing shitty things sometimes. It's wild. Anyway.
That's awesome.
All right, y'all. Stick around for the raid. We're going to get out of here. This has been the Talking Normies podcast. I'm going to hit the button. My knees.
My knees pain.
Talking Normies Podcast.